Battery 40%.
Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful 2B Dicers. It's your boy, Daddy Tarzan, and with me is the wonderful cast and crew of 2B Dice Adventures, here to bring you another episode of Star Wars Force and Destiny. That being said, we have a latecomer, and we have a full cast today, so we had to do a little bit of a camera rearrangement. So bear with us. That being said, let's go ahead and start off our introductions of our cast for tonight's episode. Starting off with moi. I am Daddy Tarzan 82855 on all social media platforms, and I will be your Galaxy Master, Dungeon Master, Storyteller, whichever you want to call me. I'm that guy. You can find me on all social media platforms under the name Daddy Tarzan 82855, and I'll be playing all the NPCs for tonight's episode. On to you, Chavius.
That's how that works. Hi, it's me. I'm Matt. I am also known as Ortor Knight out there on the interwebs, and I'm back as our wonderful, wonderful pilot of the Northwind Chimera, captain of Core Atlas, even though it's a democracy now, former Agent Lancer of the ISB, formerly Commander Visto of the Rebel Alliance, and also for a time the Wing leader under the name of Golden Ghost. Chev Visto, best pilot in the galaxy, bar none. Take it away, Ren.
Hi,
I'm Ren. I go by Masquerade on the internet. I play Ego, who is our charming, ever so sweet scoundrel who's never done a thing wrong in his life. No commentary, thank you. And yeah, we're in for a good, bad. I don't know what kind of time we're in for. Honestly, I just hope it is one.
All right, that's going to conclude the first row. On down to the bottom row. Let's start off with our guest star appearance for tonight's episode, Jellybean.
Hey everybody, I'm Janelle, or Jellybean all over the interwebs. I am playing Slice, who is an ex-ISB slicer who's just real excited to be making new friends and be out of the office and go heist a train.
All right. Love it. And now we move on to our remaining crew members of 2B Dice Adventures, starting with you, Jay.
Well, it's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Jay, playing at Jason V131 on TikTok, and I am playing Kesh today. The completely fine, doing well, Chiss agent, totally not having an internal mental breakdown, but that's just that's a Tuesday.
And on to you, Osmodius.
Hi, hello, yes, I am Oz. Unfortunately, much like our dear Jellybean here, we are having technical issues on my end. The internet kind of sucks, but yeah, we're here. I'm here to also play Raw, as I have and always will be. Hopefully, after this, who knows? It could also go tits up. Who knows?
Surprise, motherfucker. And then to round off the cast for tonight until our lovely Dovely arrives is Victor. Go ahead and take it away, Victor.
Hello, everybody. Not only I am Victor the Story Weaver, not only I am playing Oho, one of the one half of the great halves that make the Brothers of Dathomir, but I also just rolled 2 light side token for Oho, and then on behalf of Dove, I rolled for Dove and rolled another 2 light side for Dove. So when I tell you that the Force is with me, I'm one with the Force is with me, is me saying, take that, Donnie Yen. Other than that, Oho, Ekani-born, Dathomir raised, definitely not suspicious at all about our visitor. Definitely not considering, accident. Absolutely everything is fine, and Jellybean is in great hands.
Awesome. Thank you for that introduction. And again, to restate for the audience, Dove, played by Dia.cosplay, will be joining us. Diaval.cosplay will be joining us soon. They are just currently stuck with life at the moment, and we'll be here shortly to engage in make-believe life with us, and we can't wait. But to situate or recenter ourselves on the story at hand, let's cover what the party has been up to thus far. We escaped Nar Shaddaa narrowly with our lives in our hands for the time being, after assailed by a group of bounty hunters after they reemerged on the surface of Nar Shaddaa, a buzzing planet of ne'er-do-wells and bounty hunters. And in light of the discovery of their 2.5 million credit each bounty placed on their heads, have elected to go to ground to figure out how to get that bounty off your head. Therefore, the two brothers, Rawl and Oho, have decided to dig up an old lair that they had established many years ago. One located on Socorro, that they have affectionately named the Dancing Sands. They made it to the planet and begun recon of the area to make sure that no locals had made or had taken up residence in their old base. And during their recon, towards the evening, discovered a wandering tourist, if you will, lost and engaged in conversation with some local tribesfolk, and not doing so successfully, as there was a language barrier, and deciding to inquire further personally, the group approaches, and upon their approach, a signal a signal tracker updated on this individual's datapad when Oho presented himself, alerting her that she had found her quarry. And she proceeds to engage in a friendly banter of, "Hey, I found my people. Don't worry about it." Which then prompted the party to react very distrustingly, and made Oho very, very sad for a little bit. We are now on the second day of Socorro, as the crew has begun planning for this heist of sorts that was revealed when Jellybean's character Slice revealed to them that she was sent here by Killbolt for a specific task: to recruit the crew for a long fabled device known as a clean sweep data spike, a device capable of removing your information off of the HoloNet completely, making you a ghost. The crew, very understandably, are distrustful of this information. However, with the current situation on their hands, they have to go with it, or else be fugitives of the law until the Empire falls. So they agreed to help. It is now at this time the crew has begun planning and moving to make acquisitions of gear and supplies for this heist. Where the rest of the story goes is to be diced. Our scene begins in the interior of the Dancing Sands. The plan's laid out before you. Oh, I just played all of my sounds. I don't want that. That's crazy. That's too many sounds. With the plans before you, you now know gear is required to pull this off. You're taking on a heavily armored transportation vehicle designed to withstand most in all any and all attempts to break in by any conventional means, and the only successful way of getting into this train is via slice. You guys have established your approach plan. Boarding the vessel via swoop bikes. Disconnecting the rail cars from the engine before you exit the first tunnel. Then having your cargo ship swoop in, take up the rail car that contains the ammunition and supplies that would be necessary for the rebellion's continued war efforts, as well as acquire information, vital information in possession of a commanding officer aboard this train. So at this time, you guys are off in your respective chambers of this base. Readying yourselves, gathering gear and supplies, money, your equipment. If I recall, we still have Slice chained up to some type of like radiator or pipeline on the base. Or did you guys finally release her?
I think I was untied last game. wasn't it?
Yeah, there was computer checks that needed to be done, and we finally, well, Dove and Kesh were very much like we need to focus on the macro and we need Slice. So let's unlock her, let her tweak with the computer that was put together with duct tape and a wish, and just try and get on one.
Yeah, we have a good
We boosted the
computer
system.
now.
Yeah, we boosted the system, upgraded its
Yeah, and
software.
I did show everyone how to control the new RGB on it.
So, it's probably once that systems or OS update was completed. You began. I mean, Slice, you showed up with nothing more than a data pad and the clothes on your back to this group. So you're already ready to go wherever it is that the rest of the group wants to go. So, what is the rest of the crew currently prepping for? What does that prep consist of?
I think when it comes to Oho, he probably would be taking turns with Raul on keeping watch of the outskirts and the outside of just like the perimeter whenever we have the time. And when one person's doing that, one person is watching Slice. Vice versa, unless we need to ask somebody else from the group to do it. And I think one of the other things that they would be currently reviewing is dusting off basically their what do you call it, the directory, like their little notebook of phones
The phone book,
and,
yeah.
and emails of the phone book of all the people that they've negotiated with in Socorro in the past, or that negotiate and do business in Socorro from nearby planets or areas in the galaxy,
Yeah.
so that they can establish, whatever things we may need, materials, supplies and things that we need to get like here that we won't be able to get maybe from Chav, or just in like long run, like in long term anyway. We should establish that and have it at the ready for whatever it is that we need to get, because right now, this is a we came back to this facility with whatever resources we had on the ships, and that's about it. So anything else that we need, we might need to get locally, and means traveling, and means any friends or allies or business people that we can count on to be as discreet and reliable as they can.
Yeah,
We need them.
gotcha. So I
Seconded.
believe the intent of this base was to be isolated enough to be least likely encountered by wandering civil travelers. So I would say this is probably puts you about an hour's distance away from any local trade ports, at least. So your two options for of choices would be Soko Jarrell Spaceport, which is the main hub of trade goods and distribution and acquisition, and then there's Vakeia, a city that's it's the capital city of Socorro, population of 74,000. You'll probably be more likely to find what you need there. Actually, you probably be more likely to find gear and supplies that you need in Soko Jarrell, since that is a central trading hub. And that spaceport is about an hour's
to go to
distance.
Soko Jarrell because of the bars he frequents there.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be your most likely destination out of the two. Let's see. Is this guy still alive? Doesn't say if he's dead or not. We're gonna go off
This guy's
the.
still alive, not with that attitude.
You'd be aware that the spaceport is under the is being administrated by Aquado Balascone, a human Corellian, a human smuggler who made his profits running guns and spice through Soko Jarrell. So if anybody's going to have their hands in some unsavory goods and dealings, Aquado would be your guy. However, if you don't want to reach up that high, it's a matter of just talking to the right people on the streets to find what you need. But yeah, going through that contacts list, and in coordination with your brother, you'd realize that, yeah, it's probably Socorro Jarrell's your best bet for some of the stuff that you're going to need for this heist.
On a different note, how retroactively would Oho know what is the easiest or smallest device or most accessible device available that he would need in order to look into someone potentially having a chip in their brain?
General scanner. General scanners are pretty good. Matt, reminding me if I'm wrong, you needed a higher tier scanner in order to scan to locate the Cortex bomb.
I mean, technically speaking, those are like, depending on how they're made, if we're talking like Clone War level, that's a tough thing to spot.
Well, we were told where the Cortex bomb was, and then we hey, there's a scar there that is matching up with the story, and then we went and talked to Dr. Kratala, who has
the equipment
she has, and was like, yeah, you definitely have an explosive in your noggin. And now we're here.
That's a very odd piercing you chose to.
I didn't choose it.
So with the, if you're looking for something in line of that functionality, you know the general location of where that type of device would be planted. So a general scanner with that focalized detection
Mhm.
should work if you have a general scanner.
Would we have a general? I mean, I'm assuming that we would have a general scanner as something that is like part of like just the standard stuff that we would have on a ship. If we're like scanning for like bugs and getting like being like targeted, which is often.
I mean, this is a matter of whether or not you guys had any of that stuff with you when you guys were on board. During the Battle of Nothwin, whatnot. So if you had this type of equipment on you, then no, you don't have it anymore. If it's still, if it would have been,
I would honestly say probably on the Chimera, considering bringing general basic survival gear is not something you'd bring onto an assault ship. So
okay.
Retroactively, if allowed, Kesh would have immediately have grabbed all that supplies and brought it onto the Vagabond. Because at least that way it's like needing that stuff. Because where we're going, we need that survival gear. And also we did point out we had survival gear on the Night Screamer as well, and a general scanner would have been a part of that survival gear.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you guys do have a general scanner then. Yeah, no problem. Easy done.
In that case, hi Jellybean.
Hello. Hi.
How's it going? It's gonna be fine.
I'll need you to look up and cough.
What do you? Let me ask you before I say anything. Like, what do you think would the slice be doing?
Playing Tetris on the computer.
I think she's probably still, the computer that she created, because that's the only technology that you'll have. So as long as you're still allowing her to be on the computer, that's where she is.
I think
Tarzan's right. She probably coded a little game into it.
Dear Lord.
It probably actually looks like she probably made like a little a train that you have to Tetris stuff into.
Ooh.
Otherwise it like explodes. So
Grandmother Tolson, give me patience.
I was going to suggest that maybe she was playing Minesweeper because in a minute so is Oho.
Yes. Just like holding the lightsaber in front of her. It's like, this is just gonna sting a little bit. No, I think that Oho would show up to Ego in the very usual way that Oho is like, all of a sudden he's there. And it's just that thing of like, he's just standing there. And when you finally like notice that he's there, he hands you the scanner.
What's this now?
Do you know how to read these?
Generally, yes.
Good. And then he turns around, starts walking.
What am I?
Pauses, looks over, and it's kind of
Battery
like,
fully charged.
are you coming?
Crazy.
This is a lot I have put myself in life. Okay. The thing is, Ego wanted to talk to you, so I think on as we're heading over there, listen, indulge me for a moment. Just so you're aware, I don't know if this is a thing that has ever come up, but you might need to speak with Dove. In the Sarlacc pit, thank you for that, by the way. But in the Sarlacc pit, she did something that I've only ever seen you or your brother do. I And in the panic that ensued, I sort of forgot. But there was a blade that she made appear in her hand.
You see him take the information, and there's this like slight like nod. Like you can tell that it's one of those things where it's like he didn't know, but it's almost like you're adding you're adding the part of the equation that he may or may not have like had a placeholder. Like if this equals this, probably this is the result. And now you're kind of adding the missing piece, and so there's a sort of acknowledgement. And I am sure that there will be a time to discuss it. I'm sure my brother will want to be part of that discussion as well. But in the meantime, I need your perception as I want to check something with our visitor. And we need that.
Curious and curious. I will lead the way.
He does. I think he enters the room where Slice is, literally reaching for the nearest chair and just dragging it slowly until he's sitting right in front of you. If you're like if you're sitting facing the computer, he just turns the thing.
Can I? Did you want to play?
It's
Do you
Galaga.
trust Killbolt?
Trust is a bit heavier than the term I would use. Why?
Have you ever been submitted to any cybernetic enhancements or any other type of surgery in the presence of Killbolt or with the ISB?
Tarzan, I don't think I have, or if I do, I don't have a recollection of it, right?
As far as you're aware, you have no. I mean, unless you have cybernetics that I don't know about, you have not had any cybernetic enhancements from the ISB.
Okay. Then, no, not that I'm aware of.
Have you ever been subject to any type of treatment that has involved you being unconscious at any point?
Surgeries, medical screenings. Medical screenings are commonplace in the imperial, in the empire, at least for the military. But as far as you're aware, you have not. Have you had any teeth pulled?
Because this is my first time really doing field work, right?
Yes.
Because
Have you ever had any
so it's not like I was ever injured.
Yeah, no. You lived a very plush, cush life. But
Yeah.
the only time I would ever think you'd probably be subjected to some type of anesthesia would be if your characters ever had their any teeth pulled or something like that, or any type of surgeries.
Sure. Oh.
Is Slice claustrophobic? Because she may have had to do some kind of scan, and if she's claustrophobic, they might have put her out.
We're hitting
I
Jellybean with.
haven't thought about for this character.
Hey, our
Crazy
GM said learn
claustrophobic.
about our guest
Welcome.
character.
Welcome to Build Your
I'm
Character
also
with
learning about the
TBD.
character at the same time.
We're hitting Jellybean
no,
with some
I don't-
three-dimensional character building. Let's go.
I don't think she would be claustrophobic because, like I said, like she's kind of used to just being at a computer and
Yeah.
like ignoring everything else around her.
So
So
maybe there's potential for like glorophobia. I mean,
yeah, if anything, it's the opposite. If anything, like being planet
out in the
size with
open. Yeah.
open sky.
Oh, so
It's much
you
more
have
terrifying.
macrophobia.
Is it
So
ma-
seeing
Yeah.
big areas and stuff like that.
How the hell did
Yeah.
you survive in that desert?
I
did it.
remember that I wasn't. Remember that she wasn't.
Okay,
But in all
I think
seriousness, no. She hasn't. As far as you're aware, Jellybean, at no point in time were you rendered unconscious. You have been subjected to multiple medical screenings, but that's standard procedure in the military. But other than that,
Yeah.
I mean, a few shots here and there. That's about it.
I have never undergone any sort of any surgeries or anything like that. Routine health scans, of course, but like I've said, this is my first time out in the field. Well, I guess I can't even really call it that anymore, as I was fired, so
Any shots?
just out. Yes, you have to get, vaccines and things.
Show me.
Where? Oh,
He's-
you really okay? Oh, all right. She's
While he's doing
gonna-
that, he looks at Ego, just as in a knowing way of like, they can go ahead and start scanning. And Oho's cybernetic eye, the pupil sort of like wears, like slowly adjusts as he's now using the enhancement of it to try to like take a look at whatever visible parts of Slice's skin they can see, to see if there's any type of like a residue of scar tissue or anything that may have been there, that may have been even trying to be covered with like synthetic flesh, anything.
Yeah.
He's literally taking his time.
Go ahead and give me
she's
perception.
gonna,
Go ahead, Jellybean.
she's gonna come, like take off the ISB uniform, just be in undergarments, and be like, "Is this acceptable?"
I mean, generally, darling, in various circumstances, this one is a bit awkward. Do forgive us, Rika.
Now it's party.
Victor, go ahead and give me a perception check with a boost die, with the cybernetic eye, and I'll give you an additional boost die for the advanced knowledge of where a typical Cortex bomb would be placed, if that's specifically what you're searching for. And
Scanny scan.
then yeah. For you, Ego, this will be a general computers check, I think, with the scanner.
Computer.
I think. Let me double check. General scanners.
What is the
Um,
difficulty?
For difficulty, Victor is going to be average. Integrated scanner. Just give me a scanner.
That will be 2 successes, my good son.
Combat surveillance. Integrated. I don't want life form, combat, surveillance.
Looking for general purpose scanner. Or
That's what
general
I'm. That's what I searched, but it didn't come up. Let's go to this
That's
one.
what she said.
Just for that, no roll needed, insta success. Thank you.
Debatable. Equipment list. Gear. General. Okay. Comp scrambler. No. You said what was your successes? What was your result, Victor?
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. As you're scanning around her physical form, albeit she appears to have, with that acute attention to detail, you do pick up multiple injection points or sites with this, where the scar tissue has formed over. You get a sense of inert viruses that were injected into the site to generate some level of immunity. For real world, it'd be atypical of like anthrax vaccines, so on and so forth. So those type of scars that would be localized on the arms. You, with the advanced knowledge of where they typically place a Cortex bomb, you know that those would be localized in the brain, and as that would be the most effective and surefire way to ensure a target that is implanted with this device dies. No visible scar tissue or any attempts to cover up any scar tissue is detected in those areas. Just below the either left or right ear, under the over or just above the lymph node back there, with the recollection of where Chavs was placed, use that as a general map to guide your vision. And yeah, no scar tissue detected in those sites.
I think for Slice, one of the things you would notice is the moment that like you go into the undergarments, there's no reaction from Moho. Like he's not fazed by it. He goes like very thoroughly, like he's just scanning you very thoroughly. When he gets to the skull, he just says, "Stay still, I'm not going to hurt you." And then he just sort of takes the time, especially in that area. You notice that he's like scanning or like moving the whatever needs to be like moved to the side to take a look, and then eventually he checks with Ego to see if there's anything that shows on the scanners, but on his end he finds nothing, and he sort of steps back.
Let me check my gears, gadgets and gear source book here. For scanners. Tools and electronics 135. Security, surveillance, and yeah, this is going to be tools and electronics. So 135. All right. Man, I gotta start. Surprised you guys aren't gunning for some of this shit that I have in this book. This thing's fucking sick. All right. For the scanner, let's see. Bioscan. Scan a device that scans for life forms. No, that's not exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for something more thorough. Fusion cutter, modular backpack frame. Trying to find out exactly what skill does the scanner assists with.
Well, I can tell you that the scan a target from the ship combat list
Is
is a
computers,
computers
yeah.
check. So that should probably carry to pretty much everything else.
Fair enough.
According to another thing that I found, it says that sometimes the scanner, instead of actually being a particular skill, it can help you add a boost die to something that you're rolling.
Yeah.
So depending on what you're using the scanner for, whether it's computers or perception, you can basically add a boost die to it because of the scanner.
Yeah, and since you already did perception, yeah, let's stick with computers then. Ego, you can add 2 boost die to that check as well to assist with the roll. Same difficulty averaged.
Oh, you look at Ego, and he's just like, fucking piece of, like knocking the scanner.
It's not necessarily that it's not working for you, or it's just as you're scanning, there doesn't seem to appear to be any. It's not detecting any type of electronical signatures, aside from the data pad that she has on her person. No electronic signatures beyond that. It's just she's 100% flesh.
Ego's of the survival class of we hit it if it doesn't work. So
she doesn't. He doesn't believe that there's no no cortex bomb in this person.
I think Cash is shaking his head, seeing Ego hit a perfectly good general scanner.
I'm just like smack it, like when you would like smack like the VCR if it's
Would
not
you-
playing the thing right.
Would you like me to have a go at whatever it is that you're planning on doing?
I am having moderate success. Thank you so much, Cash.
Very well.
But yeah, after both your checks, you come to the conclusion. Slice has not undergone any type of surgery that would be indicative of either some type of implantation that she is unaware of. Yeah, she's 100% flesh.
I think when Oho gets the extra information from the scanner, he sort of turns to Slice. It appears perhaps you are not either as expendable as us or worth a bomb in your head for Killbolt. Whether that's lucky or not, no way to know.
I think it's more the years of devoted work not requiring a bomb in my head. Speaking of which, I was wondering, I know what you all did, as I had to monitor certain activities and things, but I don't know what the end goal of everything was. Is that something that you were privy to?
Are you asking about Killbolt's
I thought
end
everything
goal
was
or
sanctioned
ours?
by ISB until recently. No, Killbolt's. Like I said, I thought everything was sanctioned by ISB until I was apparently on the run from the ISB. It happened very quickly, in a short time. So
What did Killbolt tell you?
that I was doing work for the ISB, and then
Need to know.
I don't know
basis.
why they would have turned on us.
The Empire betraying itself. So strange.
Well, okay, riddles aren't any more helpful. So thank you
Well, it's not a
that.
riddle. It is very simple. Kilbold decided to take a personal vendetta and use us for his own gain. And then he realized that somebody else was using him for their own gain until he was no longer useful. Kilbold thought
Who was
himself a
using him?
master. Do we know the name?
Watcher 7, I believe, was the name of the
Yep. Watcher 7.
I'm debating whether or not I want to say that.
You guys, the
You
Core
can-
Atlas, you guys would be aware that, to some degree, that this is the plan to take out the Emperor was a plan devised by both Killbolt and Watcher 7. The only reason why you can deduce as to why Watcher 7 threw Killbolt under the bus is the events that took place over the course of this campaign. Was because you guys drew too much attention and sacrificed too many resources to execute the plan. So, as far as you're aware, Watcher 7 and Killbolt had planned to take out the Emperor, but yeah, that information would not be passed down to the rest of the ISB. So, with this line of questioning, you would quickly deduce that Slice was on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah. So after she asks, who was running Killbolt, that's when he looks at her, tilts his head, and goes, I thought you had many, many years of service and trust.
I think you see like her expression falter for the first time since she's like been with this group. I thought I did as well. Maybe not enough.
You
I
can call
don't
Killbolt
know.
and find out directly if you wanted to.
I think Oho looks at Slice evenly. I don't know what sort of game Killbolt is playing, and I do not know exactly what it is that Killbolt may want for you to do beyond what you've chosen to share. I know that there is more. That is just a given with Killbolt. I'll be very curious to see how long your trust goes when it comes to him choosing whether or not you are worthy keeping around.
Well, he's not here watching my back currently, so maybe my trust can go elsewhere for a time.
If trust can move so easily, then it is not trust.
Mutual respect?
How about you do your best to guarantee that what we are after, so that we can clear our names and disappear from the grid, is actually factual, and in return, we keep you alive and ensure that you get to survive your mission.
That works for me.
Good. And I think at that point, he turns around. He looks at the group or the people that are there, Kesh, the Ego. We may need to go look for some supplies. If they need anything, write it down. I'll talk to Rawl. we may need to revisit to see if we still have some old friends in the area.
I've already compiled a list, and I just basically move a notebook of a shopping list, and literally in bold, big grid letters, it just says, "New clothes for the newcomer." Very large wording.
Sorry, I'm just looking around. Does anyone have a change of clothes? Because I don't feel like you all like that uniform.
You phrase that like it's a personal thing. Generally, most people are not in favor of the Empire in parts like these.
But-
so you would
I haven't
get
been
yourself in a
to
lot.
pots like these.
I can tell.
Yep.
Oh.
Also, can I ask, Slice, can you put your clothes back on, please?
All right.
Um,
And she just,
I think Oho's going to say, you can ask Ral to take you to the supply box that we have downstairs. I'm sure you'll find something there. And this is him basically signaling to Ral, let Slice use the old, abandoned, dusty ass clothes that are probably left from when we were here 4 years ago. That is in a crate in the back in the downstairs. That is just looks very similar to what it, like the people that she was trying to talk to, like the wanderers, the desert people.
Mhm.
It probably is just like rags. This is not meant to like smell good. This is not meant to
great.
look fancy. This is meant to
Mhm.
look like you live in the desert because it has been lived on.
Thanks, she's gonna hate it.
That was definitely not my goal. It was.
All right. So yeah, Slice, you find some old, tattered clothing. Not very flattering in the slightest.
Great. Good.
Doesn't fit entirely. Very loose-fitting clothing that are probably meant for somebody of a larger stature than yourself. But for the time being, it suits your needs, and you find ways to make it fit better via either
Yeah,
cordage
I assume if there's like just like a large like
cordage or
rag
something.
of it, like a
Yeah.
coat, like a long thing. She'll rip it, so it's like the equivalent of like a large boyfriend shirt, but like and, like she'll rip it like at her knees and just walk back. This is disgusting. I
It,
want everyone to know.
it is better than the alternative, to be honest.
I think it's quite elegant.
You go on the
We'll-
positive side.
We'll find you actual clothes. I did get your measurements right, I do hope. just looking at the clothes. Literally, like, it literally has Slice's, like, height, width, weight.
Oh.
just all there, just handing
Well,
that over. Handing over that over to Oho.
All right. We're gonna expedite the process, but you guys of the shopping process. But what exactly are you guys looking for? Probably should have got this prior to the session, but now that we're here,
I mean, food supplies, fuel, maybe some basic gear if we have the money for it. I mean, if Oho, Ego, Roll, or whoever is heading out to go do the expediting shopping spree,
aside from the essentials, I'm talking more so along the lines of what do you guys need for the heist? What exactly are you guys trying to acquire?
Oh,
I mean, I'm going to say this is something that some of these things probably were added to the list of like Chav's things. So to expedite it, things like grappling gun, poison, any sort of like manageable thing, because we know that the way that we're going to be boarding this thing is not like we can just like park. It's not like we can just land and park. Whatever we're carrying for this mission, we have to be able to carry it in like a holster or a bag. We cannot be like, yeah, I'm gonna take a turret. Um, so I would say for me, definitely the grappling gun is one thing. The little inhibitors for droids, a few of those.
Okay.
Tracking devices as well. Any small detonators, trigger bombs if it's too sus to order those things here to avoid catching attention. It would basically be taking stun trigger traps that are basically also used for hunting.
Yeah.
So that way we can disguise it that it's like, oh no, we're just going mining and hunting somewhere in the desert.
Yeah.
That's why we need these things.
Yeah. Okay.
Which would be valid because people are trying to find water, so they use explosives to try to mine, and then they use the trappers for the fauna.
Got it. Okay.
Other than that, if somebody else has anything specifically that you want, now is the time to speak.
Honestly, those are the things that I was going to ask if we could get as well, besides just the basic necessities. Beyond that, possibly, because I imagine it's not easy to decouple a train. So I imagine like a blowtorch or something.
While in motion, no. There's tension on the coupling that binds the trains together, so or the cars together. So decoupling it while in motion is a bit of an endeavor.
Lightsabers are for.
Exactly.
I know, but it's just in case someone gets there that doesn't have a lightsaber, having a backup is definitely needed.
No, it's fair. Like we can if we add 3 things to decoupling the thing instead of just 1, then by all means, like that's going to speed up the process. So yeah.
Like close line, like you said, close line detonators for very small amount of explosive, or a thermite blowtorch to basically try and eat through the metal, and then lightsaber is the obvious choice. But Kesh is thinking of contingency, redundancy of like, okay, if this person doesn't get there, we need a backup. If that person doesn't get there, fuck it, we try and decouple it that way.
All right.
There needs to be
for sure.
Yeah.
So just give me some items. List them in the.
We can keep going with the session. I'll write them down on the chat.
Yep.
Give me some items. Otherwise, but other than that, I'm gonna post a link of one of the shops that you can check out for obscure items. But give me a list of essentials that you guys need. More than likely I can give it to you. But anything of obscurity.
Just throwing out there items I already have. I had a data pad, security sweeper, slicer gear, and a comlink for long range. Just letting everyone know.
Yeah. I will say Kesh will put forward 1,500 credits for any to cover down payment as well. So there's added stuff.
Okay. Your guys' trips to yes, go ahead.
What is like I don't know pricing. How much is like a lot? Because I have what looks like a large number to me in credits. That's actually.
What's the
You
number?
are ISP.
175,000? Is that
175,000.
Why are you exposing your wallet, Jellybean? I can already feel the envy radiating off my players right now.
Man, Chav used to have that much money.
We
He
all
went and bought stuff for
Sorry,
everybody.
I'll shut up. I have $25. $25.
Looks like the person that you haven't been very nice to is sitting pretty fucking plush on cash right now.
I have been exceptionally nice given
Yeah,
circumstances.
so have I. It's such a good creature.
What I can say, she's not here right now, but other than Slice, the money bags of the party, it would be Sugar Mama Dove. So
Oh,
you can forward all of your requests to Dia.
that's,
Um,
and she will kill us all. For that.
so yeah, you got two people that are sitting pretty plush on cash right now. One of which has been your target of interrogation for some time. However, with enough digging, with Oho and Rawl's help, you guys will come across a couple of black market dealers that will have some supplies available for you via this shop here. And mind you, this motherfucker's got some good shit. But in terms of essentials, for the heist, explosives, you'll be able to get your hands on gear that
Tarzan?
would... Yes.
Quick flash burning gel.
Mm-hmm.
We got that. We are Gucci.
Look at you. Where is that? Is that something you looked up, or is that something that the store has?
I just posted it on the Edge of Empire with the list of the basic things that I think we need for the mission.
Mm. Ah.
Also, well, where is the shop?
Oh,
You
I
said
didn't
that,
post it. That's why. I
Yeah.
thought I did. There we go.
Wow. Sus.
Grappling guns. Okay. Grappling guns we can do. Flash grenades we can do. Shock detonator. Trapping shock detonator. Grenades for stun. You can get some stun grenades. Inhibitor chips.
This guy's got a lot of this guy's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. My shop is this is black market equipment.
Droid
Yeah.
Disruptor sounds promising.
Mm.
Yeah, sounds cool.
But for the most part, grappling gun, yeah. Flash grenades and stun grenades you can get. There's a surveillance taggers that you can get. Those are pretty common. Smelting gun. I mean, fusion cutter, I guess.
Yeah, like the equivalent of something that can literally eat and chew through metal quite quickly.
I mean, fusion cutter. But if you're using that to try and break into the vault, good luck. But if you're using that to try and break the the coupling, then probably won't be faster than a lightsaber, but it's doable.
Yeah, it's just like redundancies and contingencies, just to cover every single possible basis before we even remotely set foot on the planet.
Conference can allow.
But for the most part, yeah, you guys are able to get your hands on most of that, no problem. Grenades, I'll say you can get 5 flash grenades, 6 stuns, inhibitor chips. Are you talking about for droids?
Yes.
Inhibitor chips. That would be what are those things called?
Deadbolts? Is that what they're called?
They're not deadbolts. Droid. Fuck. What's it called?
Talking about a slave circuit?
I think that's it. You're able to
It's
control
either used to
droids with them.
disable or to give new orders to a droid.
Slave circuits, yeah. How common are those? Let's see. That's not gonna be gear. That's gonna be droids.
Slave circuit would be gear.
Would it be gear?
No. It might actually be an attachment. It's either gear or an attachment. One of the
Mechanics. Got mechanics, slicing, security. Let's try security.
Security.
Restraining bolt. There we go. Found it. Restraining bolt is a rarity of 0, so those are commonplace as well. You can find, I'd say, let's go 4 restraining bolts here. So all of that, restraining bolts are what, 35 each, with rarity of 0. So yeah, that's just we'll go with an even 35 for those. Grenades, ranged light, hand grenades. There we go. Typically 75, rarity 4. Let's go with 100 per grenade for each, the stun and the flash. Grappling gun. What type of weapon would that be? That's a brawl weapon.
No, harpoon launcher is a ranged light weapon.
Ranged light.
I'm also just going to point out there's no quantities to anything in the shops.
I know. I just rolled it up, so I'm not going to go through the time of.
I posted on the Discord the list of things that I saw in the store that I would get.
Okay, I'll take a look at it here in a minute. Grapple launcher. Okay, that's a 450 credit device with a rarity of 5, so those are pretty rare. I say you'd be able to get 2.
Take it.
And they would be, standard price is 450 with a rarity of 5. Let's make that an even 700 each. Surveillance taggers, those are pretty cheap, I believe. Detection device. Yep. 175. They are restricted, however.
Victor, can I remind you that you had Chav buy a grapnel harpoon launcher on Oho's behalf?
Ooh, so you
I
have one
remember.
coming.
The question is, are we expecting to meet Chav before the mission?
You guys are meeting
I
plan
am
inside.
told was the plan.
That's the plan?
Mhm.
Okay. If that's the plan, we don't need we can spare one of those. Whatever we have from Chav, we're good. We obviously don't need to get it.
The surveillance tagger, you can the rarity 4. You can find 2 or 3 of those for 250 credits each. Fusion cutter. Where are those at? General. Trenching tool.
It's a melee weapon, also a tool.
It's a lantern. I don't need a lantern. I need a
175 credits.
175. What's the rarity?
Oh, good.
2. 175. Let's make that an even 200. You can find 4 of those.
Okay.
I think that covers everything. You motherfuckers in those holographic disguise matrices. Why do you guys love those things so much?
I don't know, maybe because we're wanted.
Okay.
I will say, while all this is happening, the expediency of shopping it goes, Would Kesh be able to talk to Slice
That
during this expedient time?
is perfectly up to you, should you choose, my friend.
Yep. So seeing Slice looking uncomfortable in their new digs, and seeing them just being on the computer all the time, just typing things up, getting into their comfort zone. Kesh just much like Oho, she goes straight behind Slice, just out of complete fucking nowhere.
I just slow computer turn. Yeah.
When was the last time you ate or drank anything?
When you all made the rations earlier.
You mean my attempt at least some palatable food?
If you want to call that food, sure.
I say attempt was the appropriate word there. And also my follow-up question is, do you know what Dejaric is?
At that, her eyes kind of light up. I do. I rather enjoy it.
Wonderful. Follow me and please stop slouching when you're on your computer.
The fuck?
Okay.
Jay calling all of us out.
That's like a meta moment of Kesh just looks at the camera like, stop slouching. Just okay, everyone.
Not me actually sitting up now. It's fine.
That was good.
Kesh shows that he's managed to find a Dejaric board in this place. Sits down, turns it on. There's 2 cups of his ration of decaf, so it's like half of a cup.
She immediately sits down and gets starts kind of pressing some buttons around just to get used to this board, because I assume that all over the galaxy there's like different versions of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
I imagine this is like not a premium board. This is like a very basic, like some holographic animals just look like flick out every now and then.
It does take a minute for it to power up, as it hasn't been active in quite some time. You have to do you're clearly gonna have to do some quick maintenance to get it operational again. But it powers on after a few smacks to the side of the frame, and
I don't even think Kesh and Slice would do that. They're both very computer savvy, so they'll just turn around and go, the red one on your end, green end on my one. Just apply the mechanics and just
I think
switch
just
it
working all together. Yeah.
Yeah. So you seem to had a bit of a paradigm shift on as he moves the first piece on the board. Bit of a paradigm shift on trying to understand your role previously.
Previously, I was more of an analyst. An observer, and I kept track of things like you all. Other assets. And she's going to move her first piece.
after careful consideration.
Kesh does a very obvious feint on another piece to counter that. I meant referring to realizing you weren't in as much of the know as previously intended.
I've always been aware that I'm not privy to the information of those above my station, but I guess I wasn't aware of how outside of the scope I thought I was working in.
In my short time
So,
being here, being in the known regions, I mean, I come to find that the Empire will chew off its own leg in order to survive and maintain progress. So, having feeling of not being trusted, betrayals. Not exactly surprising, but just a little disappointing.
I'm very used to betrayal. I didn't come up in ISB being who and what I am easily. But I was always under the impression that we were all working towards order and the elimination of chaos. That doesn't seem to necessarily be the case, as it were.
What is control but organized chaos in a nice wrapped suit? Life is chaotic. The galaxy is chaotic and very unforgiving. Trying to quantify that or put a label on that, it doesn't end well. It's good in theory and well intentioned. Put it into practice, and not everyone's going to agree with the outcome.
Maybe I'll consider that a new life philosophy.
Well, that's just my interpretation. My philosophy is don't get into business with people that don't have your best interest at heart, and always keep loyal to those around you. Oh, by the way, check.
All right.
Do some kind of contested role.
Yes, that's what I was about to call for. This is going to be an intellect check. So, intellect versus intellect.
Would
If
it
you
not
have-
be a warfare check?
I was just about to say, if you have
What?
ranks in warfare, that will determine the amount of proficiency you have in the skill.
Where the hell is warfare and all this?
That would be a knowledge skill.
Knowledge.
Yeah, what is warfare? What are we
Yeah,
talking about? I don't see that on here.
I have core worlds, education, law, outer rim, underworld, and xenology. I do not have warfare.
Wow, that sounds like a you problem, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It does.
It is a custom skill. But
Oh, okay.
that being the case, it sounds like neither of you have it, so it'll just be a flat intelligence or intellect skill.
Okay, so would that be a ability check or proficiency? Because both of us have quite a high
Yeah.
intellect.
It's all intellect, so just all ability dice.
Okay. 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Is
so
there?
What am I?
It'd be basically going on to the D20 and just tapping however many green die or there are compared to your intellect. So if you have intellect of 4 or 5,
Okay, so
you add 4 or
Okay.
5 green die. Yeah.
Got it. I rolled it. I got 4
Ooh.
successes
All
and
right.
4 advantages.
All right,
Yeah,
Cash.
like, Ketch is not having a good day. 1 success, 5 advantages.
So
Ah!
so the way that this game goes, Kesh, you lead with a feint attack, trying to bait Slice out into the exposing her more vital pieces, and it seems to be going that way until you realize that you've fallen into a trap that allows her to circumvent your offensive line and effectively pinning your. I don't know the exact details of Dejarik, so we're just going to go off the rules of fucking chess here. Pinning your essential
Love it.
king
Thank you.
in position, forcing you into a checkmate with a move that you did not see coming. It takes place over the course of 7 moves, as you started off the round, the game with your move first. So that, she would be the responding. So it'd be she's evens. So it'd be 6 moves. In 6 moves, she ends up beating you with a move you did not see coming.
Can I ask you a question?
Please, as he resets the board to go up for another round.
As I've mentioned, I've been watching this group for a while. Do you know that you're the one I have the least intel on?
Honestly, I would think that is the least surprising thing about me.
It is. You behave, from what I've seen, as if you've been trained as an intelligence operative. But I have no history of you working for anyone. Why is that?
Catch that point stops. Like, you literally see him hovering over a move. Well, where I come from, intelligence is just as important as dealing in blood. Just much like you, I started out as the equivalent of an analyst. But I learned other skills, other training. I guess you might class me as an intelligence field operative. At least in the Empire's codex.
Fascinating.
And you, an intelligence operative, I find it hard to believe that you are single-minded in just security, droids, observations.
Well, that was my job. But I would say that my passions lie elsewhere. Like this. And she'll continue to play more aggressively from the beginning when we have the board reset. I like games. And I like winning.
And so I'm going to take a wild guess that you being hunted by the ISB is a loss, and he basically takes a piece that was being way too aggressive.
I think she visibly frowns. Yes, that is what I would consider it, or at least a setback.
I have an understanding of such setbacks.
Okay. This game continues to unfold. With the role established, Slice comes across as very calculative and procedural. You make a move, she responds in kind. You capture a piece, she responds in kind, and both times she catches you by surprise. She's a very well organized individual when it comes to formatted warfare.
And at which point, Kesh will go into a chaos element that will throw off her organizational skills. That will basically be like, why are you throwing away that piece? That piece was vital. What are you doing? Like, kind of like trying to unbalance that, kind of like trying to understand of like, if things go too off the rails and you can't predict what the next move is going to be, how does she respond?
I mean, chaos.
In this moment, I'll say that I'll let that, like, if you do like a completely like nonsensical strategy, she will very obviously get flustered and be like upset about it. And if there's a way for you to win that way, like, then Kesh would definitely have it, because she would be like, the second you go outside of like the training, especially for someone, if you've like played a lot of chess and things, like, if you're not taking pieces when they're offered and things like that, it would completely throw her off. So I'll like allow that. The second it goes like chaotic, she does not do well.
And
Rage quits.
And like I said, and presses one button, and the queen basically moves in between everyone and just pins the king. Chaos is just control is just organized chaos when people don't pay attention.
Noted.
All right.
This was fun.
It was.
I'm going to transition the scene at this point from the dark table to the lower levels of the Dancing Sands. Dove. This training grounds that Oho and Rawl had built up years past holds some level of familiarity for you, with the designs carved into the stonework and the runes. You find yourself drawn here during your time. During your downtime with at this base, reflecting on some past teachings from your mother as you grew up in the Outer Rim. A lot of it was very obscured, or had some extra layers of riddles that didn't quite land at the moment. But seeing these, seeing a architectural design that's reminiscent of your home world, it brings a level of comfort, but also confusion, given that this is coming from two people that are not born of the culture. However, they are raised in the culture. What? That's a good question. What is Rawl and Oho's current positioning within this base, and what is Dove currently doing while down on this in this training ground?
Dove is staring at.
Go ahead.
Dove was just looking at the circle. She actually has not gone near it. She is wondering where the other two are, and has specifically been waiting for an opportunity where, for the most part, as much as it can be, just us three.
And as for Rawl, I believe it would depend on whether or not he is in rotation, outside patrolling or here watching Slice?
I would say I can give you the floor to meet with Duff first because I did tell you to show Slice the old clothes, and those would have been in basically like the sleeping quarters that are under like at the lower floor, underneath the area which is the entrance area. So you would have had a chance to go downstairs and probably spot Dove looking at the training grounds before sending Slice back up.
In that case, after sending Slice upstairs, he would have been making his way to this training ground in efforts to. He kind of needed some alone time, kind of wrap his brain around a couple things, meditate a little, and upon seeing Dove kind of silently in the room, just observing, he leans against the doorway there.
You stay silently, but she has grown accustomed to noticing the presence of each respective party member. The way they move through a space, even when they try to make noise. When it's a place like this where we're not actively trying to stealth, she can sense the presence and physicality overall. And without turning around, she just says, "Why do you have a Dathomirian sigil circle here?" And this is the first time she's actually named those respective things by name. And in fact, when she says it, she calls it by the Dathomirian phrase in which those ritual circles are referred to.
I'm surprised you know of it. You talk little of your past.
I haven't
Wow,
needed to.
intense. Fair enough. We haven't had time to really talk, I suppose. And to answer your question, I find it helps me focus. Our teachings were different, my brother and I. But there always was a core value. Finding the center, and this was it. What does it mean for you?
Your teachings. You practice in this way. I imagine this must have come from you two then. This wasn't exactly a clan settlement as far as I'm aware. These are too new to be ancient.
I was never one much for books. That was always my brother's speed. Think Mother Tolson knew of that. That's why she never really kept me close.
You know the ways of Dathomir, but you are not Dathomirian.
It's debatable, says Oho as he comes down the stairs.
You know what I mean. You're not of the blood.
No, we are not. We were made to bleed for the blood.
Forged in the fires of Dathomir.
I've heard of ones like you. These faux birds in a nest not theirs, sent with purpose. I never thought any of you would really last long. How could you? Small
Still-
galaxy.
Most of us didn't. There were at least 9 of us when we first arrived. We were only children.
And there was always whispers of others before us, more failures.
In leaving, would you consider that a success or a failure? Was it part of your mission? Is that why you left?
It wasn't a choice. We were banished.
Just another part we had to play. The blamed.
How long? When was the last time you were in Dathomir?
Hmm. Six years, 7, maybe 8. It's hard to tell. And she's going to walk towards the circle and just quietly mutter a singular phrase in Dathomirian as she will activate and ignite certain runes in a familiar way that you would recognize to be something that is done prior to practicing deep meditation, and it's usually done to call on a concentration of magic to the one manifesting. And when those sigils ignite, she almost looks surprised herself. Didn't think that would actually work.
You said you went to Dathomir 6 years ago. Did you
You
go?
asked when I was last there. I never said anything about going back. Until, in the near future, I expect if all goes according to plan.
So you have plans of returning?
Well, that was the idea. If we got our refuel here, we found a place to disappear off to, and the fog hides things better than most.
So then, you don't to return.
Say that again,
What's
sorry.
holding you
I was-
back? So then you don't want to return. What's holding you back?
There's nothing for me there. There's nothing I want there. My life is out here now. Going back implies to the clan mothers that I failed my one attempt to get out and stay out. There are things in the fog that don't treat certain people well. And it's not the rancors I'm talking about. There are things worse than ghosts.
Our banishment, though caused and forced by the Night Brothers, was actually incited by a man called Malachus, one who once claimed to have been a Jedi, who was captured by the Night Sisters, who was captured by the Night Brothers, and slowly poisoned their mind. When he realized that we were close to finding out and realizing what he may have been up to, he made us the enemy. And after over 20 years of serving the Night Sisters in Dathomir, we became wanted.
And I suppose any retribution Valet waits for you back on that planet isn't nearly as bad as what the Empire could have in store for us. The lesser of two evils, no going back now.
I imagine we are no more than lesser grains of sand in the grand scheme of things. I imagine Dathomir has changed much.
I'm not so sure about that. The planet, like its people, always seemed like a stubborn lot.
There is something I noticed. I do not know this if it's true or not, but something about the structure of your horns. There used to be tails, and also the display that you have shown pointing at the stones. What bloodline do you hail from?
What was the clan name, Tarzan?
Duel.
If you're aware, you can message it to me.
The
as
motherfuckers with the
Dobbs.
hat.
Your clan. You are of Clan Duel. D''UL.
You see, she sort of sucks in a breath of air through her teeth, in what could be a smile or a grimace, as she waves her hand over the stones just to negate any lingering magic that had been there. And again, she looks mildly surprised at herself. I don't exactly have the best reputation, so my mother said. What I remember of her. Duel. In the outskirts of the Foglands, if you recall.
Raw
We
Noho,
know.
give me a lore check, if you will, please. This will be a hard difficulty.
With boost die, because Dathomirian for 20 years plus. Yes.
I'll allow it. Hard difficulty, 1 boost die, lore check. Dove, either here and now or in the DMs, what is your mother's name?
I wish you asked me like 4 weeks ago. After a fucking 9-hour shift, my brother.
Fair enough.
On 3 hours sleep.
But Delirium is always
Her name.
great with coming up with stuff on the fly. It's
They try so hard to forget about us. But My mother's name was Duvessa.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna need you to send that to me in chat or in the DMs on the spelling.
For everyone's spelling.
Yeah.
Cashing in
But-
a token for this roll.
Once you guys finish your. Okay. All right. Once you guys finish your rolls, I'll tell you what you know of Zava Duvessa Duel.
If you're wanting to spell it in the Galactic Basic, their names in order is actually, for example, Dove, Davria, Zava, Dul.
Mhm.
Zava is their family name.
I had such a tragic failure. It's not even funny.
I see.
It's
Jesus.
I got you, brother.
Raw.
Like I literally could not. Only one more.
Here's the thing.
One more
Oh,
die for a tragic roll.
Here's the thing, Raw. You were more focused on the teachings that the Night Mother had you focused on. The reason why Rawl knows about this is because his training was more centralized around being a warrior, whereas you were more focalized around being an assassin. The reason why Zava, gotta get this right, Zava Duvessa Duel stands out to you the most, Rawl, was because she is the most prolific war leader in the Foglands. Her clan dominated the outlying regions for the longest time. Anytime the Night Brothers would try to, this is one of the few Night Brother clans that were matrionically led. The Night Brothers are, as a whole, as a society, are typically led by the Night Sisters, but each clan typically had a chieftain established that was male, but they all answered to the Night Sisters. Zava Duvessa is one of the few ruling clansmen that was female, and she ruled the Foglands for her family ruled the Foglands for generations. But the reason why she stands out the most to you is because Zava Duvessa abandoned her clan. And her clan is now believed to be cursed. And in her clan, the Dual clan was an ill omen that was taught to you, Rawl. You were told anytime you encounter a duel, you either steer clear of them or you kill them on sight. There is no in between. You do not associate with the Dual clan.
It's okay, confirm. Excellent.
Ooh, we getting some player lore, and I'm so excited. I've been sitting on this for a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the kids would say we are eating good tonight.
I've been sitting on this shit for so fucking long.
Your mother, Duvessa. You come from strong stock. If the stories are to be believed, Mother Tolson, once she united the Night Sisters, she did her best to bring Clan Duel under her shadow. Why do you think they rebelled?
Because you can't kill a fire with shadows. Doesn't work that way. The clan would never bow, or so my mother said, to someone who did not prove themselves worthy of leading all. I guess we were similar to the Mendos in that way. Power is more than just magic and words.
Is it though? I mean, at the end, that's all we really have. Our word. And the magic that comes with it. I mean, look at Ego. Now that bloke right there, he's got a touch for words. I imagine one day he could move nations with them. He's that inspiring.
Sweet
Mother Tolson
sentiment.
was like that.
But Rod, if I cut out your tongue, what else can you do?
If you cut my tongue, then I speak with my hands. You cut my hands, I speak with my feet. That was how we were raised on Dathomir. We don't stop. We find a way.
That being said, we were not trained for our speech.
Actions compel others as much as words do. Sometimes more. Because words are not always heard, but actions can be felt. Throughout a clan, throughout a land, throughout a plant, throughout a galaxy if you try hard enough. I think our little blockade attempt was proof of that.
So you are no longer with your clan. You do not wish
No.
to return.
I don't exactly have much wish to return to our thankless lands. Who care little for what we've accomplished because it doesn't fall in line with their ideals. Talzin tried once. She spoke of one of the Night Brothers they'd imbued with the dark magics, made stronger, given to Verasage, and how those chains of loyalty didn't exactly work out. I'm not about to be some replacement for an experiment. They can sit with their disappointment.
You know, it is hard to think of Dathomir sometimes for us. We grew up there, and yet somehow we were never made to believe or felt that it was the place that we were a part of or we belonged. Yet we are strangers to our planets of origin. We heard the sisters speak of covens often, of clans, and yet we were never part of any. But he looks at Rawl. If I had to choose a sister, and then he just looks at Dove.
You feel her and you see her just looking up and down. I don't like that look.
All I'm saying is most of our lives We spent fighting for the Night Sisters, not out of choice, but because of circumstance. I find it amusing that in the past few months, we have been fighting alongside a sister, unaware, and yet by choice.
The Force works in mysterious ways, I guess.
I guess. That being said, for better or for worse, Dathomir was our home, and we intend to return and close unfinished business. You do not have to come if you don't want to. We will not force you.
You can't force me.
I-
But I have already relented and made my peace of it. Even if it means returning home just to kick up some dust and see what's left.
For whatever it's worth, my brother and I will be there with you for whatever you need.
That being said,
Oh,
our scene's going to
don't
transition.
remember this.
Words above head. Devil will remember this. Our scene will transition to the exterior of the Dancing Sands as multiple vehicles begin to disperse out into the horizon to acquire various gear and supplies for the following mission to come. It is at this time we're going to take a quick 5-minute break to resituate ourselves, and then, unfortunately, sorry, Matt, but we are introducing you after 2 hours.
Don't you fucking apologize for me watching this, okay? This is fucking great.
We'll be back in 5 minutes. Everybody go ahead and take a quick 5-minute potty break, whatever you gotta do. Get yourselves resituated, but get your asses back here for the continuation of the story and the re-emergence of Chav Visto into the storyline. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you shortly. Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful To Be Dicers. It's your boy. It's me. I'm back. We're back. We are back. And we are here to bring you a continuation of our story with Darth Maul. Just kidding. Just kidding. Obi-Wan Kenobi. We got a little bit of a lore drop for our lovely Dovely that I've been waiting on for some time now. I'm like, I need a moment, but we finally got it, and we're picking up the evening of this day after all the gear acquisitions have been made. Ego, I did see that you wanted to try and negotiate prices down. So if you'd like to do that, let's go ahead and resolve that with a general negotiation check. Let's go with the difficulty of... You're gonna have to do multiple locations, so let's give it a general hard difficulty. No challenges. But yeah, negotiation check.
One second, I'm trying to remember. See, the thing is, I remember having things, and then I don't remember if I still have.
What, the respec?
Give me a moment. Yes. Okay. I can downgrade this by how many? I can't read.
I can't believe you did this. Give it to me.
Okay, I have one congenial. Okay, I spend 2 strain and downgrade this by 1 because I only have 1 rank in it.
Okay, so that would make it an average difficulty.
Okay. Negotiation. Average difficulty.
All right.
A success.
1 success, 3 advantages. Okay, we can knock the price down. Let's see. You guys listed what you guys are trying to get. Let's see. What was the prices of these things that you guys listed? Thank you, Victor, for nicely formatting this out to me, for me. 69 nice 1,000 credits. All right. With 1 success, 4 advantages, let's knock this down. The total price for the 69, and we'll bring that down to an even 50,000. For the 2,000 portion, let's knock that down. Let's knock that down to 1,200. So 50, 1,200. So 51,200 credits for all the gear that you're trying to acquire.
You guys just running around trying to save us money.
I mean, I've already put 1,500 towards make sure that everything's getting there, so...
All right. So, with the gear acquired, you guys are on the evening of the night of departure. Are you guys gonna rest up, or are you guys gonna head out immediately after acquiring gear?
Is there a point to us staying?
So, I mean, you can get rest on the ship. So there's no real point to staying on. The only downside is the travel to back to the ship is you run the risk of falling into another Sarlacc pit. So it's just that issue.
Yeah, probably not the best thing to do that at night as well. Possibly.
That was my point being, was if you travel at night, you run the risk of falling into another Sarlacc pit, because nighttime. But that's it's completely up to you guys. You guys do have the means of traveling at night, with some means of being able to surveil your surroundings with OHOs, thermal vision, so on and so forth. So it's not impossible. It's just there is a risk of traveling at night. But you also gain benefit from the cover of night while traveling.
We also know where the ships are as well. We know exactly where we parked them.
So it's just a matter of what you guys
at
prefer.
night.
No, I know.
No more Sarlacc pit. No more Sarlacc pit.
That's fair. Like, I think Ego's overhearing, like, Kesh going, "We can travel at night, we can get there very quickly," but there's a Sarlacc pit. Just hearing Ego in the corner, no!
I
That's
have
just the
busted my
disturbance
ass
of the
all afternoon making
Okay.
sure that we don't spend money. I'm not trying to expend my life.
Okay, you know
It's
what?
not like it.
You know what, Ego? That is completely fair, and I don't want to pop your dislocated leg back into place again.
Hey,
Thank you. That's already
listen.
still sore.
listen. I would love for another Sarlacc encounter.
I'm sure you would. No.
All right. That being said, looks like we lost old Jelly Bean, but that's okay. I will happily take over for Slice at this point while they recover. Unfortunately, their situation at home is they're out of power, so they were using their phone to be able to join us.
We were lucky to get them for as long as we did. To be fair,
we did good. We did good, guys.
Yeah.
Going forward, I will be taking over as Slice for the evening until if Jellybean's able to join us back up at some point. But that being said, it sounds like the consensus is to wait till morning to begin travel to the ships to begin the mission for the Clean Sweep data spike. Is there any final notes before we conclude the night's evening? This
I think
words.
I think Ego is going to, because Kesh was left with Slice, is going to sidle up to Kesh. You surprised me a little bit.
Right, you in what way, Ego?
Well, you see, I recall when we first met you and how very closed off. Of course, you were in fact acting as an active double agent at the time, so I can understand. But even after that. But now, I don't know. With Slice, you seem much more present. Perhaps it's the fact that we are in quite consistent peril right now. But I don't know. You just surprised me.
Kesh reaches up and rubs his hands against the healed burns though on his face. Ego, I lost my entire squad, my fleet, helping one of these crew members help their planet. I'm not going to lose another squad. You are now my squad. And because of that, I will be present, I will give tactical data, I will give analysis, I will call all of you out if you have an idiotic suicidal plan again. And I will be it. Additionally,
Yeah.
my survival is tied to all of you, so if all of you fuck up, I'm left in the dry. So I would personally prefer to remain alive as much as you do.
It makes sense. It makes sense. At least you have someone to play. What is that game? Dejaric, the whatever with the moving pieces. I don't know what it is.
Dejaric, and I will happily set you through a beginner's course if you're that inclined.
Oh no, that's all right. Thank you.
You'd be surprised how much you can learn about someone by literally trying to outfox them in a game of wit. But I have a sneaking suspicion that your level of understanding someone comes from the social aspect rather than a board game.
Yes. I my ability to read people comes from necessity more than anything. So, as you could probably tell, I'm not exactly the strongest of the group here.
I don't know.
As
A voice can go much further than a fist. Words hurt a bit more.
you see, I'm so glad that you acknowledge that. Sometimes I feel like my contributions are going unnoticed here among the group, but you know, at least
Ego, if you're fishing for me to give you a compliment, all you have to do is ask. But I will simply say, between Chav's incredible piloting skills, Oho's incredible ability to disappear without a trace, Royal's ability to blow shit up, and Dove being a literal arsenal on herself, having someone that actually knows how to use their words goes much further than anyone that knows how to hold a blaster.
he smiles a bit, and then you realize that you kind of lost him halfway through listing everyone else.
My
I
point
suppose that's true.
My point is, don't lose that, and also speak up if you're struggling as much as everyone else, and that forced smile is going to get you in trouble with me and everyone else if you keep it up.
Forced smile. This is 100% premium grade, genuine smile.
Kesh just borrows his eyes into yours to see how long you maintain eye contact.
The problem is Ego doesn't have a problem maintaining eye contact with that smile. It's almost like a relaxed state. I'm gonna go see what Oho's doing. I'll talk to you later,
fair.
Kesh.
Yeah.
Okay. By this point, you guys have begun. This is still the evening, or you got, or is this the following morning?
Evening, I imagine, before bed, and then morning we go.
Okay. One more evening conversation, then let's move on to progress the story. So, Ego and Oho.
I think Ego was being a little facetious when he left Kesh, but then as he was walking away, the plan solidified, and he actually decided to see what Oho was doing. What is Oho doing?
There is a sort of like a makeshift elevator in the back area of this safe house that leads to a opening in the stone above that is basically like a balcony that serves as a vantage point that sometimes he uses to literally get to that balcony, and then he has to added pistons to the stone so he can climb from that to the top of the mountain formation. So you would probably know, or Raul would tell you that he's there. And you'll realize that the the process to get to that thing is not like, it's not meant for this is not like calling an actual elevator. This is kind of like one of those things, like you have to make it, and then if you let it go, then you go down with it. So like you have to commit to it once you start going up.
Jesus.
It's an endeavor.
This is very like, they didn't make anything to make easy. Like they know how to do it, and they know how to use it, because if they need to run away or people are being there, they don't want the advantage for them to being able to use the space the way they do. So yeah.
I think Ego's only advantage to this is because he's lanky. He's not that heavy. But I think as he gets out of the thing, he's still like huffing. He's like, oh, this is so stupid. All of this is so dumb.
Are you okay?
I'm grand. I'm good. So good. So good.
He takes
know-
that by the word. He just takes you like that's, they say they're okay, and so they just turn back to keep an eye on the, like they have the sniper rifle is resting on the frame of the balcony, and he's just watching like this from this area. This is an elevated. I think this may look like being about like 4 stories high, above the ground level of the sand, with a view of like the desert and the rock formations around it that cover the area of the hideout.
Ego approaches and sits on the ground next to you. Kind of folds his legs a bit. So this thing that Slice is telling us is going to solve all our problems. I know you're a bit skeptical, if that is even the right word, about the whole thing. But do you think it's worthwhile? Knowing everything that we know about, well, you know more than me, about Kilbolt.
If you would have asked me that question without Slice being here, without us being tracked, I maybe would have said no. But if we say no to this, what kind of life do we have ahead of us? Not only we have the wanted list that we are on, but apparently Kilbolt is resourceful enough to be able to plant a tracker even on me. And now he probably has the information of where we are. So, is it worth it? Not on its own. But if it does anything to help us get some level of breather, then it may give us a window for whatever comes next.
Ego takes that in. I just wanted to know what you thought. Because I think I am aware that we're in a bit of deep shit. This is potentially the deepest shit I've ever been in personally. But I think I always thought that if I got in so deep, I would break off and find my own way. It's easier, if we're not all together. And I'm still here. So I don't think I'm breaking off anytime soon. Which means that all of us together are going to be doing this honestly questionable train adventure. And I just needed to know if putting my all in is the best idea. Because this could get us quite killed.
I cannot answer that for you, Ego.
I wish you would.
If you want my honest answer, if you believe that you can make it on your own without the need to erasing your name, if you believe that you can actually leave here and then go back into the galaxy and be able to live without worrying about looking over your shoulder, if you think that that is something you're able to achieve by being on your own, I would take it. But you have to understand, I have been looking over my shoulder for as long as I can remember. And every single place that I ever felt would give me a home eventually fell. And then I was on the run again, me and my brother. It is tiring. And eventually, your mind fills with the thought that sometimes it might be better to die fighting for freedom than to live in fear.
Maybe the problem that you had was trying to find home in a place. I think I realized a long time ago that that wasn't for me. And, well, trying to find a home in people doesn't always work when you have to bounce from place to place, but you have people here I think you can make a home in.
Cannot make a home if we're always on the run.
I suppose not. I'm interrupting your watch, though.
With those words, the red sun setting on the horizon, creating this vibrant purplish hue over the land. That's where we'll end the evening as we start for the following morning with the crew making their way to the ships. That being said, our scene's going to transition from the surface of Socorro as the crew begins their departure to a harbor where the Nothwind Chimera is currently docked as crates are being loaded and offloaded of the Nothwind Chimera. A hunched figure, humanoid in appearance. Let's go ahead and generate one real quick. I haven't done this in forever. Random NPC generation begins now. There we go. Assyrian. Very imagine not Kit Fisto. Hiadi Mundi. Male in appearance, wrinkly skin, well into his years. Overseer of the spaceport. Your acquisitions have been loaded and ready. We appreciate your services, Visto.
A pleasure was all mine. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Do be careful with your acquisitions. Those of the Imperial variety would take a rather curious interest into your designs with those.
Well, good thing that I don't plan on getting stopped by any Imperials anytime soon, huh?
Very well.
Come on, you think I'm bad at my job?
It's just a extra level of precaution that I'm excising. Do be careful in your travels.
Who is this person representing? Which contact that I was talking to?
This would be in the order that you sent them to me. You said you wanted to do ISO 1 or ISOTech first, right? Because that was your first contact. So this would be
Made more sense.
Yeah, ISOTech would have been your first contact. So this would be the second contact, which was Galt? No,
I never
Hondo.
made it to Galt.
It was Hondo. That's right. So this would be a representative of Onaka's Trading Solutions.
Meeting in neutral ground then. And with that, does that mean that they just loaded a whole shipload of spice onto my vessel? All right. So,
Meaning, do be careful.
Did you get me did you get my information for me so I could find out how much I'm going to get paid for this?
I forgot to do that homework, but I'll get that to you but after the end of today's session.
Fair.
But yeah, you have several crates worth of spice loaded onto your ship, including a small dosage of another form of spice that you offered to transport for him, as well as some other contraband that that needs to be relocated.
Absolutely.
Utilizing your smuggler's compartments of the not the retrofitted hangar bay, the cargo container, smuggler's container, I should say. You have all the gear and supply that you've acquired for the party, among spices and other assortments.
Chev would lock it down, close up the smuggler's holds beneath the floors and in the walls of this cargo container. And then he would close the hatch and nod to this individual and just say, make sure that Hondo crosses his T's, dots his I's on everything that he needs to. Wouldn't want to have any misplaced paperwork for such a legitimate businessman.
I assure you, Hondo is very thorough in his work.
Expect nothing less.
Ensure that you are just as thorough as well.
Take care of yourself, big guy. And I'm going to enter the Northwind Chimera's cockpit with probably, if I'm being honest, a full train of cargo containers, because I know that I'm going to need the retrofitted hangar bay for what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chev has linked all 5 of his cargo containers together, and most of them are empty.
Mm. It's still a bit of an endeavor to pilot with, but yeah.
It's nothing he can't handle.
But yeah,
We're not flying through any crazy space. However,
that being said,
the
what's the
empty
course?
and- we are now headed. I believe I'm supposed to meet up with them on Socorro.
Right, but are you taking the major hyperspace lanes, or are you cutting corners?
I believe that I rolled to cut corners and save time.
Did you? Oh shit! I
Yes,
don't
I did.
remember.
And that's why you said, as Chav Visto, that I would be arriving in 36 hours when
That's
the heist was taking
right.
place 48 hours afterwards.
That's right.
You
So
said that on stream.
Yep.
Roll the tape.
I do. Yep, I recall. So yeah, you'd be arriving just before their departure. So okay. So as they're preparing for departure, that's when you'll be arriving. Okay. That being said, did we say that when I was playing you though? I don't remember.
You did say that.
I did? Okay.
You did say, and I quote, 36 hours from when the original talks of, hey, Chav, we're doing a heist,
That's
which
right.
was going to be happening in 2 days.
Cool. So, that being said,
I may have not been here, but I was listening. As long as that worked.
that being said, do you give a follow-up call letting the party know of your arrival, or are you just going to show up as they are loading?
Not a call, because I know that discretion is of the utmost importance right now. So I do believe that a quick message. Honestly, knowing Oho, I would send it directly to him. Oho has often used signals that are just basically clicking on and off a certain number of times. So Chav would use that to very much so
Star Wars equivalent Morse
communicate
code.
Date and time of estimated arrival.
Gotcha.
Arrival. Blah, 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 blah.
Gotcha. Okay. Your companion droid confirms that all gear has been stored and secured, and you are clear to make for Socorro.
Chav pushes the button, lets the nav computer do its job, and sits back and relaxes just to go through hyperspace.
All right. So we already did the piloting check, so there's no call for a new one. You are on your way to Socorro. For the rest of you on Socorro, utilizing the daylight to navigate the treacherous sands of the dunes to get back to the landing pad, you guys make it to your ships unaccosted and begin preparations for departure. You, Oho, begin receiving a transmission in coded format as a couple hours before notifying you a couple hours away from arrival. And you recognize this as Chav's means of communicating with you. So you know Chav is on the way and should be arriving very shortly while you guys are in the process of preparing for departure.
Oho relays the information.
Question is, do you give Chav the exact location of your guys' hidden landing pad? Or landing zone, I should say.
After verifying that it's Chav, yes.
Okay. Roll deception.
Nothing Chimera is equipped with a very specific comms whistler, which would have a very specific decryption code that Oho would be aware of.
Yeah, it's very easy to identify. It is, in
I mean,
fact...
there's a reason why the landing pad is separate from where the where the base is, so that if something happens at the landing pad, you cannot like just be like, oh, the base is over there.
Yeah. Chav arrives. No problem. And you guys all get your Life Day presents.
So,
Visto! I'm so happy to see that beautiful bald head shining golden beams of sunshine. Gimme.
that bald head actually currently wearing a very familiar looking pair of targeting goggles because he was able to repurchase those. He has a very familiar looking renegade heavy blaster pistol on his hip because he got one of those back. And yeah, he has a big old smile on his face as he looks to all of you and says, don't worry, everybody, Daddy's home. Don't worry, everything's fine.
And what does your droid companion look like, who's currently offloading all the gear for you?
Oh, was I able to pick him up on the way? Because I would have had to pick him up from a certain guy, Hawkbat.
Chav, don't
So
look
if that
at in the
is
mouth. You got
actually
it.
a thing, you would all see oh shit, I can never remember the actual model.
Bulk lifter
you
Lord
would-
droid?
Correct. There's a specific make and model, but even still, as I'm looking that up, a very tall, yellow painted droid with big old plates on it. It's an EB series load lifter droid, the one that you had seen in, if anybody has watched the Kenobi series. This droid equipped it with a hauling harness and which has been modified to have repulsor lifting capabilities, literally lifting a bunch of crates that are just like no human form should be lifting this because he is just that damn strong, moving it around as this individual turns around, looks at the crew, and gives raises his hand, twiddles fingers, and says, I am XU. Pleased to meet all of you. Do you have cargo? And Chad's gonna go, no, not right now. Not right now.
Chav, I will say it is good to see you.
I know it is. Actually, I'm glad you're here because I wanted to talk to you first because I had the biggest trouble finding crap for you, sir. All right? And I wanted to start it, and I want to make sure everybody is present.
Everyone is here, including a new face, Slice.
Seeing as she's not in her ISB uniform and also Janelle is not here, I'm going to just if they're with the crew, I'm not worried about it.
I will say that Oho would have in the response to Chav, would have given them a heads up. Although I think didn't we have a conversation with Chav about this or no?
No.
You didn't preface.
Oho would have at some point sent word.
At least not
No.
canonically.
Richard, I will say though, knowing, especially Oho, having found that he had a tracker on him, he would have definitely let Chav know, by the way, this happened, check your shit.
Well, if that conversation happens, then this is not a happy moment. Or at least I would have screamed over the comms back at you.
Yeah.
What the hell do you think you're doing? So we'll let all that happen when Janelle is here.
You get a very friendly wave.
No, I know. But with everybody here, Chav's going to look at Kesh and just go, so you had a couple of interesting things that you were looking for. I wasn't able to get everything. But one that I struggled with was trying to find, I know they used to have one of those Corellian compound bows, which was great. But I think I found something that's going to work for you. And he's going to kick open one of the crates that he has, reach in, pull out a small device in front of everybody. And as he kicks open both arms and you watch an energy beam connect those arms, you see Chav Visto holding a Night Sister energy bow that he doesn't know what it is.
It's just kind of reaches it and grabs it. Just may I?
Does that work? I mean, it's not a compound
No,
bow.
you don't even get to. You don't even get to. You
Oh,
do not.
The Night
use
Sister
any-
trained
If
individuals.
your hand is going for it, the next thing you know is that the bow is not in front of you anymore, and Oho is standing next to you with that thing in his hand.
Well, you didn't have to be all grabby hands about it. I picked up 2 of them, and he's gonna pull out a second.
Thank you. So at that point, Cash grabs the second one, going, "How did you? Wow!" And looks at Oho, going, "I think
Oho
you
is
mean."
just looking at Chav and is just, where did you get this?
Hold please. I gotta remember which shop it was in.
I think that was
I'm gonna
was
need
Hondo.
Name, address. social
I'm pretty sure that was
security.
Hondo.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it was
Cash-
Hondo as well.
Yeah,
but
Cash
I do
also
need to-
turns around to Dove and just kind of like points at the bow, like, "What the fuck?" looking at
Yeah.
looking at an expression that Oho has never done before, I'm sure, and just going,
Chav is going to reply. I picked up a few things from Hondo on the way back, and he happened to have those.
Oh, he happens to, did he? You look at Dove, and Dove just reorientates your hands to be holding the bow correctly and away from her.
I'm not
Yeah.
an idiot. I'm not gonna use this. I got my own pistol.
Kesh draws the bow back in a way just to test what happens when he draws the bow.
A beam of energy begins to form at what would be the bowstring. So you quickly discover that this thing has its own means of generating ammunition. You do not need a projectile of any kind. This thing generates its ammunition. So
So
you
now this
see
is
a
where
beam of
I get
energy
to sit-
forms. In your
I get to sit back and just watch what happens as I've presented 2 Night Sister energy bows to 2 Night Brothers, a former, Dathomirian sister, and just some dude who wants a bow, and I get to see which of you 4 actually hold them.
Well, considering Kesh really enjoyed the compound bow, he's actually drawing back, aims at the nearest tree or rock, and just goes, just releases the bolt and sees what happens.
A vibrant pink beam of energy propels forward, impacts into the trunk of the tree, and immediate carbon scoring envelops the trunk of the tree. And there's a bit of a backblast on the far side of the trunk as the beam penetrates through the tree, and the energy expels into a explosive cloud on the other side.
Rawl steps up behind Kesh and firmly places his hand on the bow and lowers it in a staring of maybe you should not do that again.
Yeah, no, Kesh is already doing that, and the fact that Roll's doing it as well, Kesh is very quickly putting the bow down with a look of this is coming out in emergencies. This is not I'm just gonna whip out a random Night Sister bow and fire it at the nearest stormtrooper. This is
She's
I'm
beefy.
going to now holster it and make sure that it's hidden, so it's not out in the fucking open. And look at Shav with a look of.
But wait, there's
Thank
more.
Oh, there's plenty more, but
I'm
I
going to
definitely wanted
say-
to see how this gets resolved first, because there's only
If-
2 of them.
If you
Personal.
look at Oho, Kesh,
Yeah.
you see a very conflicted look going your way, especially after you shoot the bow.
I'm not going to wield this if people are uncomfortable with me wielding it.
It's fine.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
I will treat this with as much respect as it deserves, which is a lot.
I know. It's fine. Really. I don't think he says it. But to the audience and the table, it took a lot before Rawl or Oho were even allowed to look out a fucking Dathomirian bow, my sister bow.
Uh-huh.
And Chav just basically Santa Claused it, and Kes just got to like pick it up and shoot it. And this combined with the conversation had with Dove the night before just has a lot of charged energy for him.
I'm so excited.
And I guess Hondo Anaka is gonna have a visit.
This is also ringing true for Raw as well, because he was in the middle of his trial with the Night Brothers before the whole thing went down with Malagos and all of that.
Yeah.
To get his own bow. So
Yeah. There's some hard feelings being felt around you, Kesh.
In that moment, seeing Roll just eyeing it, Kesh actually just, because kind of gauging, seeing the mystic stuff that the brothers have done, that Dove has also done, he actually looks at Roll and just opens his hand and offers the bow.
Raw immediately shakes his head and pushes the bow back in your hand, saying, I have not earned that, and I have no right to wield it.
When the day comes you feel that you are, it'll be here.
I have an
So-
idea,
Oh,
Mhm.
and I'm going to take some creative liberties here, Tarzan.
Ooh.
She turns to the brothers and says, Are you familiar with the trial of Long Knives? And this would be a known combat trial, usually exercised on people who have been captured in skirmishes, battles, rival clansmen, rival Night Brothers. A way to prove strength, determination, and worthiness. There is historic precedence for it. The name of the actual civilization is escaping me. But essentially, it involves the piercing of the chest muscles with 2 blades individually, and then the individual being hoisted in the air, suspended, to see how long they last and how many of those weapons they can tolerate. It's intended to drive warriors to a mental and physical brink. And you understand she asks this because if he can't exactly prove his worth in the old ways, there's more expedient tests if it comes to it. As you said, those not all the blood should still bleed for it.
That's not something that we have to do now, right?
Chav actually hooking up a cable to the rigging of the Nothuan Chimera, just like, oh, okay, we're not, all right.
There's,
Gav, I
there's a whole train thing that we have to do. I don't think knives and the pectoral muscles are a wise idea before the train thing.
To be fair,
And
if people do get hurt too much, I can't heal them.
Also, I don't think a bow is going to do much good on a train.
No.
Especially
The oth-
not that bow.
This book, I am trained in weapons that are similar to this, but not to this extent of power. So this is a last resort, or until someone wishes to come and claim it.
Again, wait, there's more. Chav, what else do you have, dude?
Wait, I'm glad you asked. So cutting the tension with a knife right there.
As
above
XU
me-
comes out with more gear.
An actual knife. No. if you all would like to turn your attention to the game table for RPG sessions and open up the Nothwin Chimera and scroll down to the cargo hold, in there you can use the take feature on everything as I am listing them off. So right up top, some things will remain on the Nothwin Chimera. And that being said, the first item up for grabs is the 2 Night Sister energy bows. So it sounds like Kesh and Oho are each going to be grabbing one of those.
Yeah.
So-
I'm seeing mine as a massive temporary holding.
But at least for catalog, they are both going to be in your thing, so you can just click the take button off to the right hand side. There are 2 of them there. Be waiting to see if this is actually going to update in real time.
So remind me, where am I going? Which container?
The cargo
in
hold
the
on the North one.
Yeah.
No, I know, but where in the Nathwin?
There's just a whole thing that
Under
says
ship
cargo hold.
details.
Yeah.
Cargo hold?
Ship details, cargo hold, and
You'll
then
see all the items listed there.
I cannot edit.
Cannot edit.
Cannot edit this vehicle, meaning I can't take something from the cargo. I'll just
There should be a button that says take.
Yeah, I clicked on that.
Why
I think
is
it
there
has to
something
be
that I need
attached
to do?
to the ship.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Give them
it has to be, like,
access to the
on
cargo
the
hold.
ship.
Yeah, they have to have access to the cargo hold. So yeah, you got to add them on the station. So
Then I think that means that they gotta add themselves on the station because I don't think that I can put them on it.
Or Tarzan might have to add us to the station because that's what you did with me
Correct.
when it came to the speeder.
1 second. All right, let's get everybody access here. This is aft, vehicle garage, port side corridor. Yeah, aft.
Oh,
Okay.
I can add people to it. So if I just put everybody in the forward cargo hold, like I just did it for Oho. So
Yep.
do you now have the take function?
Hello, dear.
Damn it. I thought this would make things easier, but it's not going to.
It's not perfected yet. We're still. To be clear, this is all beta for beta functions that RPG Sessions has implemented. We love you, RPG Sessions. You guys are doing a great job. But yeah, clearly there's some bugs still. But yeah,
I just took them.
We can add them onto our inventory quite easily. We can look them up quite quickly.
So you guys can actually look them up. And
well,
everything,
so chat, if you add them to your inventory and just drop it to the table, they should be able to pick it up.
I could also do that, which would have been great previously when I had all the attachments on everything.
Oh shit, that's
okay.
right. Fuck.
But hey, it's okay. Drop the table. 1 Night Sister energy bow. Drop the table. 1 Night Sister energy bow. So now you guys should be able to take those.
They can.
I will now be dropping 2 micro rocket launcher pistols, one of which is for our good man Kesh. The other one is up for grabs if somebody would like it.
Rocket launcher pistols. I wonder what you could use those for.
To shoot
to-
micro rockets.
I mean,
rocket launchers.
I mean, to be fair, I did request a shit ton of missiles.
I'm sure Ego wants one of those.
Yeah, totally. Or I'm pretty sure our one woman army would like a missile pistol.
Sure you will never say no to guns. Rocket launchers. Everything.
Well,
You can carry it.
That's
That
true.
sounds okay. So if those are taken care of, I also have. I'm going to do back to Chav's sheet because I just grabbed a bunch of things. Let's drop again. I have exactly 1 incendiary micro rocket. I have other ones, but I'm going to drop that to the table for now.
Ooh.
So whoever wants the incendiary one can take that between our 2 micro rocket launcher pistols. This light repeating blaster is for Kesh, along with both of these Circa arms, C10 Dragonhide repeating heavy blaster pistols. Which those have attachments, but I'll do those afterwards. These here, 1-2 Diro, D-I-I-R-O, belong to Oho.
Ooh. What is a Diro?
A Diro is a small, I actually did a lot of digging to look up exactly what this thing was. It is a small, almost wrist-mounted, bladed weapon that is used to inflict some stabbing damage, and it can actually hold up to 3 doses of a poison of your choice to be delivered upon hitting, not dealing damage, hitting a creature.
You remember all those poisons that I just said that I wanted to buy from that store at Black Market? Now you know.
Ow! It's a lot of ow.
A hollow alloy blade at the end of a wooden handle. Ooh.
They just sound really cool. They sound extremely cool.
These are basically the equivalent of if you were to basically grab a tribal throwing dart and turn it into a blade.
Yep.
Oh.
Not incredibly durable, but effective.
Doesn't need to be. I just need to hit. I literally just need to hit. Don't need to do any damage.
Yeah, and considering Oho's like parry abilities and melee abilities, yeah, like they are Oho coded straight.
What else do you have, Chav?
Well, if all of those items have been claimed, then I will go on to the next ones. Sorry, it's like this weird thing. When you guys are talking about them, I just yank things out of the cargo hold into Chav's inventory so that I can deal them out. I have one energy buckler, and I can't remember who it goes to.
Does anyone recall them?
I believe that it's me.
Okay.
Oh,
Does that
now
sound
is
right?
it?
Does anybody feel like they
Unless
should?
somebody else asks for a buckler.
No. Was the energy? Is the energy buckler? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the energy buckler similar to the Mandalorian energy buckler that we see in like the Clone Wars?
It
is
is.
it similar to that?
Precisely the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Specifically in the Mandalorian, it was cited that what's his name, the heavy Mandalorian guy, he has one.
Yep.
I have one renegade heavy blaster pistol for Ego.
Yeah, get it.
I have not one, but 4 explosive micro rockets to our friends who just got some micro rocket launcher
get it.
pistols.
Slice will be taking those.
No, she won't.
Absolute. No.
Yes, Dove is gonna grab those and just throw them by hand. Just chug them.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab at least 2 of the micro rocket explosives if everyone's okay with that.
I also dropped a stealth vibro knife, and I'm
Already
now
took it.
dropping a grapnel harpoon launcher, both were bought for Oho.
Muchas gracias.
Me double checking a couple things because I think that I got some more stuff stowed.
Jeff, how successful were you? There's just more stuff coming out.
Uno momento, just gonna grab extra things because I got all kinds of stuff for you guys.
It's
It's
actually
wonderful.
just
It's Life Day. Come early in July.
it's like he just robbed a cargo ship for the black markets. Plural.
I mean, I very much so did. That's not a joke. I did that.
Hondo had some good shit.
Honestly, most of the stuff that I bought was from
Isotech,
Shura.
yeah. Isotech had some a lot of good shit.
Those can
Yeah,
stay.
micro explosives.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Those can come.
Armor?
And then the last everything in the cargo. Okay, now I can go back and deal all the things out because I think that is done for weapons. Going to scroll through and double check.
We got some
Yeah,
armor
those are
for
special. Those are special.
for
Armor.
a certain lovely dovely.
Oh, for everybody. First of all, just going down the list, I have not necessarily armor, but a lector's outfit for Ego, along with noble regalia for Ego.
Ooh.
I have a set. And then one more for Ego. Actually, I believe that's pronounced banal clothing. So yeah, wonderful things. I have a set of armored
I
clothing.
believe it's called pronounced banal. Just kidding.
I wasn't sure.
It's not. It's not.
The armored clothing that I just dropped was for Dove. I will now be dropping a 2 Mare Son N57 armors, 1 for Kesh and 1 for Rawl.
Ooh.
I have some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things to drop as well.
Who
2
gave you the
excursions.
M57s? Sheesh.
Yeah, when Chav told me about those and he told me what they do, I was like, please.
2 Rim Excursions Incorporated military belt pouches. I can't remember who those belong to. I'm trusting you guys. As well as dropped table. We're gonna do, then drop it 1. 4 of these wonderful, wonderful Kreshaldine Mark III modular backpacks.
Oh,
For Oho, dropping 3 doses of a synthetic neurotoxin. Ego, dropping 1 Hersfall communication collar amp.
Ooh.
Which is literally a little collar that you put on and you can just project your voice, and that's just beautiful for crowds and stuff. For Oho, 1 Tranlang Hollow V audiovisual translator. For Ego, 1 set of scanner goggles.
Ooh.
And for Ego, 1 signet ring.
Ooh.
And then the coup de grace as Chav is going to line up both, yes, it is Kesh and Dove, and say, for you 2, I got something really special. I got 1 for each of you, as he is going to unveil not 1, but 2 sets of Leviathan power armor. These fully sealed sets of power armor come with their own strength enhancing system, enhanced optics suite, as well as a heating system, and they also come with 2 really big fucking guns.
Fletchet rifles.
Better than 2 of those. So there's 1 Leviathan power armor. There is 2 Leviathan power armor. However, I also do need to drop from up here, not 1. So each of you get 1 of these as well. The Salus DFD1 Duo Flechette Rifle, which is, in case you are curious,
incorporated into the armor.
It's incorporated into the armor. It is a slug thrower by the rules of this game, even though it's not really. And also integrated, you each will have a Mon Cal Defenses mini torpedo launcher, which
great for
I
underwater
can't actually
combat.
drop it. You can use them above water, just at a
short distance.
Yeah, I believe it's a setback die that you can do. Oh shoot! I just got a message, and that's a good point. I did not actually put those into the inventory, but I'm gonna go through because I have a spreadsheet just to make sure that I have all the extra things. So
I wish I had the expand right now. Oh my god!
And
Wow.
just made Dove a fucking walking tank again.
I'll happily take second place on that. Dove, you keep your title, please.
For our two wielders of the Leviathan power armors, I purchased 3 mini ion torpedoes. So the way that works is that in the actual torpedo launcher, you have to select what kind of ammunition you're using. So you'll just have to keep track in your notes how many of what torpedo you have. So there are 3 of them up for grabs.
I'll grab one.
Dia, in the chat, Dia, you do have to claim the weapons. By clicking the
Oh,
button.
I've just been adding them.
Yeah, you could just click the claim button and
I
it'll
have
add it
just been
automatically.
searching it.
I mean,
Yeah,
so
there's
I
a
also
claim weapon in the thing.
yeah. I mean, I also added the minute I saw that it went for grabs. I immediately added the Dragonline repeaters and also the attachments we discussed. They've been added in, so I'm now staring. I'm
I was
staring at these.
going to make sure that you guys had all the attachments that you were supposed to have on everything. There is also 2 mini ink torpedoes, which those will probably be only useful underwater, but even still, double checking of all the things here. These are all the mods.
Excuse me. Life Day was not a joke. You guys Santa Claus came early.
For our 2 individuals with the micro rockets, you'll have to add these on whichever ones you want. Chev bought 4 mods that can only go on the micro rockets. They are rocket guidance systems. So there's 4 of them. So of all of the rockets that you have, 4 of them can be equipped with a guidance system and get the guided quality. So just make sure you mark off which ones they are, so that you know which ones you have.
It does require a mechanics check to. Is it an attachment or is it a mod?
It's an attachment, so no mechanics check necessary.
You bitch.
Hey,
What
just
did you
remember,
say it was?
it's a guidance system for the micro rockets that they just got. But it attaches to the rocket itself, not the pistol. So there's 4 of them up for grabs, so probably 2 and 2. So of all the rockets that you guys grabbed, 2 of them have the guided quality. You should be able to add that in RPG sessions.
Yes.
I do have to make sure I didn't add these, so Rawl, you'll have to add them manually. 4 Orateran boomerangs.
Ooh.
As of what now?
Yes, Rawl just got 4 boomerangs.
The man of unconventional weaponry.
Yes, absolutely.
What the fuck?
So now going over to my data here.
Listen,
Ego,
if you
just
look at the
making sure.
stats for the boomerang, you would understand.
Only they're only good in your hands. Like they're okay in everybody else's hands. They're really good in yours though. I will make sure though, Ego and Kesh, all of the pistols that you guys got have filed front sights, which also came with them, no check required, Tarzan, a modification to decrease the difficulty to conceal the weapon by 1. That is on all 3 of your pistols, as well as Chav's that he bought.
Those definitely had to be from Hondo. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm just getting these Dragonite heavy blaster pistols and just going fine and just grabbing everything else. And also, did you hand over the light repeating blaster rifles?
I did put you got one, and that should have a forearm grip attached to it.
Motion tracker and the vibro bayonet. Looking at the going, I'm gonna have some fun with this.
Yeah, Rawl, your N57 armor, as well as Dove's Leviathan armor, each have ion shielding.
What the fuck?
Oh, wow!
Kesh, your N57 armor has 1 OmniScan 3 integrated scanner.
Integrated ascension gears and reinforced gauntlets for added.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Your
punching.
overcharged actuating modules are both on your Dragon Eye
Mhm.
blaster pistols. You have your Vibro Bayonet, you already said.
Yes.
All of the pistols, the same ones that have the filed front sight, you all have weapon signature reduction. Oho and Dove. So the attachments would be handed over to you because you guys already had your weapons. You each can add to Oho's sniper rifle and Dove's light repeating blaster a augmented spin barrel.
Ooh.
Oho, the stealth vibro knife that you picked up, will have a balanced hilt. Rawl and Kesh, both of your N57 armors have integrated ascension gears. Kesh and Oho, so this would come on Kesh's light repeating blaster, and this would be something to add to the Night Stinger rifle for Oho, is a motion tracker. Kesh, your N57 armor has reinforced gauntlets. And Rawl, your N57 armor has repulsor assisted lifting.
What?
Yes. And all of that and a partridge and pear tree.
God damn.
If anybody
Wow.
was still looking at the Nothwind Chimera, there is a slew, well, not like a whole bunch, but everything that I could find that was medicinal is just stowed there. Ask and you shall receive. However, I was also able to pick up 3 knockout mines, 3 stun grenades, as well as 3 number 12 defender pistols, which are basically disposable 2-shot pistols. So I was able to pick up synth skin. I was able to pick up med aid patches. I also decided to pick up 3 sets of magna cuffs. I feel like that might be a very important thing to do if we're trying to take somebody captive.
Gimme.
I also picked up not 1 but 3 disaster relief kits. So just in case anybody fucking crash lands on a planet, we don't die immediately. I also picked up. Chav is wearing a set of
Yay.
the targeting goggles, and a second set is hanging.
Your mic died. Matt, your mic died. We can't hear you.
There we go. Okay.
What the
Bro,
hell?
we lost you for like the past minute or so.
You went on this hot
Everything you
tangent.
said-
so we can-
Everything you said
Yeah,
after
everything
the
you
second pair of scanner goggles, we lost you.
Yeah.
After that, 5. Yeah, not much. After the second pair of targeting goggles, I got 5 workshop manuals so that we can do some fun little things to everybody's ship. And then me just double checking. Yeah, that's everything. So if people need shit from the Northwind's cargo hold, just let me know. So if anybody wants some healing cuffs or healing things or stun grenades.
So for the audience, the Mon Calamari Leviathan armor originally is designed for Mon Calamari. So these suits had to be specifically tailored to both Dove and Kesh's profile. Which probably took is probably why it took as long as it did for Chav to reunite with the crew. And these suits are impressive in their own design, but there's a rifle that slings over the right shoulder, that folds into the armor. Very sleek in design for aquatic travel, to minimize resistance, and once you are all you have it goes on like Iron Man's armor. It opens up, you step in, and it closes in on you, and I'd say it probably adds about 2 feet of height to you.
Okay, so Kesh went from 6 foot tall to 8 foot tall.
It's very
It's power armor.
it's very impressive.
Giant woman.
Yeah, am I able to wear the N57 armor underneath
No.
the power armor, or no?
No, not at all.
That is
That's
why I very much so was adamant about getting you and Dove armor to like when the power armor was not either.
These are very
Yeah.
situational sets of armor.
Yeah.
You have to choose.
If the armor wasn't like practical for what we were about to do, or in some cases
Yep.
socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that case, I'm just going to stick to the N57 armor for now, and then if we get into a bit more of a where we need someone to look tough and imposing besides Dove, put the power armor on.
That being said, you guys receive your Life Day presents from the Golden Skin Santa Claus. Let's have a quick social scene before we end tonight's session, if there is any that you guys would like to have with Chav as he reunites with the crew. Otherwise, I think this would be a good point to end tonight's session. Anybody have anything that they would like to discuss?
I just want to put it out there, the visual image of everyone in the main common area in which Chav brings these things, and there's just packaging scattered as everyone is just stripping off their equipment and armor and just trying on these new things. It's quite adorable.
I mean, yeah, Chav's gonna like. It doesn't have to be like super role play scenes, but he would like check in with everybody, just like, "Hey, how you doing? And what's going on?" Seeing how the general vibe of everybody, especially after the tense conversation over the energy buffs. So, yeah. But beyond that, Chav would also probably talk to specifically Dove and Rawl, because a lot of things just got a lot of attachments and a lot of things have the room for modifications. So some of the things that Chav just bought, we can make better. So I wasn't going to attempt these by myself, because I attempted a bunch of those on the North one by myself, and it only was like half good. So it's a, you know. So yeah, figured that we could maybe, you know, probably after session, at one of these days, do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or whoever has the best mechanics check, which is probably not Chav.
All right. That being
I
said,
think we will
Anything-
notice you. Well, we would notice you approaching us near immediately, and Dove is just going to ask you. You're asking us for help already. What did you blow up before coming here?
I didn't blow anything up already. I was, you know, like all that I did, a couple things on the North one, just trying to make sure that it was running at peak efficiency and doing everything that it can be. And it's like saying, you know, like I tried to do a thing and that was unsuccessful, and it just didn't work. It was all that it was. And you know what? That's fine. It's not a big deal. The Chimera's fine. It's tapped out. I can't do anything else to it other than the cargo containers that I brought here. But like all your things that do the explosions real good, we can work on those. All your things that make it so that you don't explode real good, we can work on those as well. So just to make sure that we're going into this wonderful little heist that's totally going to go without a hitch tomorrow or later today. I can't remember. Time's a weird soup when you're going through hyperspace.
You
Yeah,
just
so
had
we
to
act-
jinx it.
Jinx what? Fucking at this point we might as well be core Jinx instead of core Atlas. What are you talking about?
noting.
I'm just glad you're
Thanks,
here.
Atlas.
That's all.
I'm glad I'm here too. Shira says hi, and Jeff's gonna walk away from Raw.
You did good, Vista.
I'm doing my best. I got a couple feelers out, like pointing at, actually, because, oh, well, it would have been on Kesh's list, so he's pointing at Kesh and like, I got feelers out for the two of you to try to get some aerial superiority. But until then, it is what it is. Hey, at least this armor actually comes with some big fucking guns.
You're telling me I don't think I've ever seen a slug thrower this big.
That's what she said.
I have a feeling
Oh,
regretting
of
giving you
course.
guys these armor sets.
Just when I thought I missed you, Visto.
With every bullet, right?
With every bullet.
Oh, I've missed Visto terribly, terribly. You lot are so sour all the time sometimes.
Hey, just it's that golden disposition that comes from the people of Nothuin. That's just, I can't get away from it. It's just how we do things. Ego, how have things been? You been doing all right?
I almost got eaten by a Sarlacc, but apart from that, it's fine.
That's rough, buddy.
Okay. It is at this point, as the crew rejoices in the reunification of Chav with the rest of the Core Atlas, completing the crew, is where we'll end tonight's session. As the rest of this journey goes, will be to be diced in the following episode. Thank you for joining us for tonight's episode. We will begin episode 7 of Campaign 2 with the initiation of the heist of the Clean Sweep Data Spike. And where that journey goes is going to be to be diced, so tune in next week for the continuation of this story. We love you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your night. Take care.